people injured here. 3v3 Siccaris Plateau. Blue team, it's Oj plays a big angry warboss melee commander that walks through objects. Some very good offense, support and disruption from the front lines alongside johnsoul444444. How many fours? 4 of them. And Commissar Lord, good offense and support. Fights in melee combat begins with a refractor field. And we have Deathcore of Krieg DLC. Rounding out the team is Crab as a Chaos Lord, durable and destructive commander, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and disruption, fights mainly in melee combat and is generally very angry at everyone. Red team, Fr33man1800 is a brother captain, durable commander that walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Very good offense and support, fights in melee combat. And a couple of Techmarines here. First up is Fear. And rounding off the team is Redbeard. These guys start off in range combat, put out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair. Techmarine versus Chaos Lord at the bottom there, but here is a Sentinel to support. Double shooters for Oj. You have 2 natural victory points in the east and the north, and contested all the way down in the southwest. Not the most popular 3v3 map for a couple of reasons. I think the first one is it's not symmetrical, which is usually a cause for concern for some players. They like symmetrical, very arena-like maps in general. Incidentally, my new 3v3 map, which will be in the next update, is also not symmetrical, so we'll see how that is received. But perhaps more importantly, it appears, at least from the minimap, that the northwestern bases up here are closer to the mid than the southeastern bases, and I know some players also believe that. Now, appearances can be deceiving, so maybe someone should open it up in the world builder and measure it. Maybe someone already has, but that is a general belief that the southeastern team has a rougher time of it, especially early on when you're trying to branch out and cap and gain a foothold. But we'll see how it goes. Blue team completely capping up the top of the map. Look at this. Every single point literally is blue up there, and they're decapping this one as well. Double tactical marines for Redbeard. Oh, this is recolored Dark Angels, very strangely recolored with this textureless hollow black color and some striking orange as well. Fear with triple scouts. He's going to use snipers, I bet. Fear is very good with his sniper plate. He has a master crafted bolter. Double CSM for Crab. Oh, we're going to see some turrets and shenanigans down here from Redbeard. It's a reasonably good map for turrets at the bottom. Can't really do much with them at the top though. Orks pushing against the Grey Knights. Double Inquisitorial Stormtroopers of Freeman, both with their sergeants up early, which is generally not what you see from double Stormtrooper builds. You usually see Strike Squad up or Interceptors or whatever else up before he starts thinking about upgrading his Stormtroopers. That's what Fr33man has done, chasing down the Warboss with his 4-sword 30 DPS power melee. Warboss turns to engage the Stormtroopers, though he has a 42.5 DPS melee chain axe, which he wields one-handed because he is a big fella. 480 363. Commissar Lord puts his shield up and backs away. Standard opening pretty much. Storm Boys here though from Oj. Power melee jump troops, which are as dangerous as that sounds, but they only have 900 hit points in tier 1 at level 1. Rain Ultra Heretics for Crab. Double CSM, double Heretics, a build I very much like to use with my Plague Champion. Decent flexibility in tier 1, and you're not overcommitting on power usually, so you can get some anti-vehicle stuff up in tier 2 reasonably quickly. Get Havoc up with triple snipers here from Fear. Interceptors on the field for Freeman. Teleporting infantry, very dangerous because of that instantly get into combat. Grenade launcher barrage. Tactical Marines in retreat, losing a model to Catachrons, striking them with those power weapons as they retreated there, which is just hell for Tactical Marines. Power weapons in retreat is their worst nightmare. They have snipers for Redbeard. Also, we do. 5 sniper scouts on the field. Really, really annoying to play against. It's often just very unfun to fight against snipers because you're just chasing them around constantly. They're bleeding your stuff constantly. Very satisfying to jump in or something and get a kill. 447-358. What's going on top is Orks versus Grey Knights. Storm Boys jumping in. Are they going to go straight after those interceptors? There is the We Are the Hammer buff, and he's backing away, which I think is a wise choice. Doesn't want to fight this. Where's the Warboss at though? He's coming back up to the top. Has angry bits, some extra mobility and survivability, and someone has forgotten about the Chaos Space Marines. Poor Crab is going to lose them. Yeah, retreated way too late. 445-355. That was bad. Does he have double grenade launcher? He does. Well, that was like, what do you do against snipers as Chaos? You can. It's a bit easier for the Chaos Sword because you can worship in and run in, and Chaos Swords can also teleport in. But with the Plague Champion, it's a real pain in the ass. You can use brute force and try and get raptors in their face, but you're often gonna take a couple of shots before they even get in. Catechins wiped on retreat there, and then they take more when they land, of course. Or you can get multiple heretic squads and just give them not very tempting targets to shoot at, because taking out heretic models is not doing a whole lot with your sniper shots. But Plague Champion, yeah, he can struggle versus snipers quite badly, especially before tier 2, of course, with when Bloodletters and Blood Crushers can run them down. 445-315. But double Raptors might get a lot more attractive in next update when they can get some anti-vehicle capability for you. Might see some triple heretic double Raptors a bit more often than I see ever. You never see it now. Warboss decapping. Triple gen farm being stolen by the Commissar Lord in mid. Tier 2 for everyone apart from Crab, who could easily go. He's floating here. You really don't want to float in tier 1. Getting tier 2 in a timely manner is very important. Or rather, getting to tier 2 when you should get to tier 2 is important. If you're no longer purchasing units in tier 1 and you're just sitting on resources in tier 1, it's pointless. Wow. Grenade launchers kicking some serious ass on tactical marines. Yeah, grenade launcher heretics can hurt you quite badly, especially if you double them up like this. It's often the case with units. When you have one, they're not that much of a threat, but as soon as you double them up, they get really, really bad, like exponentially worse. 445-232. We have a Combi Flamer Chaos Lord, good choice versus the Scouts, trying to bleed models as he's trying to chase them down, takes down the Techmarine with his Combi Flamer. I think is it 30 DPS piercing on the move. That's pretty damn good. It's like a Techmarine in one of your arms. Dark Halo also, so you can tank those sniper shots, which is what he's doing now to cap. And a Grey Knight Dreadnought on the field. Not a very good map for Dreadnoughts, I don't think, because it is a fair way from your base to the mid. Ranged weapon Dreadnoughts, I suppose, have a pretty good chance. This guy has a multi-motor by default, but he's going to lose that, which is a shame for him because it's a very good weapon. But he's going to get a twin-linked heavy bolter by default, and he's no longer going to have access to the multi-melter. 435-202. Techmarine getting caught by Storm Boys. Massive risk him staying there, but he does get away and levels to 3. Razorback up to support Fear's Scouts. A very common transition to tier 2 when you have Scouts is to get a Razorback. 423-232. That multi-melter Dreadnought easily destroying Guardsmen with each shot there. Short range weapon, good damage to all targets, very good damage as well. This thing is dangerous. 403-232, and it's a tough Dreadnought at 1300 hit points. Here comes a War Truck. Shooters get in just in time to avoid that sniper volley, which is pretty bad. Chaos Dreadnought on the field for Crab. Starts with an auto cannon, longer range than that multi-melter, and air effect, but nowhere near as much damage each shot. But look at this. Marco Zinch on the way. Good choice. Can attack this Grey Knight Dreadnought from range and go to town on the Razorbacks. 381-232. Here I am saying it's a bad map for Dreadnoughts, and we see 2 of them. Tactical Marines with Sergeants on both for Redbeard, so we might see some Stone Guard veterans to bleed the heretics and the guardsmen and the orcs quite badly with hellfire. That was a ouch, a crack grenade on the war tracker. Look how much damage it took. Sluggers though are not to be trifled with in tier 2 when they have their knob leader, and they're giving the interceptors a very good fight. As you saw there, that was a psych-up grenade which suppressed them. Down goes a Razorback. That was Fear's knob leader on the Storm Boys, doing that heavy melee damage. That was a rocket, what's it called? Bomber Boys. Improved rocket patch jumping in, and a demolishing strike from the brother captain. Warboss going ballistic with Ard Boys up and his very, very scary power core. These guys do not want to fight him at all. Bad engagement for Fear. Lost his Razorback, his plasma cannon caught out of position. Brother captain goes down, I think. Warboss charges after him. Doesn't have an armor upgrade, this guy, but the Warboss, can he catch him? Can he get one more shot? No, he can't. He gets away. 332, 232. The thing about sluggers is their range weapons, which are actually called sluggers, are pathetic. They literally do 1 damage per shot, I believe. Pretty much useless. 326, 232. But they have a lot of other stuff going for them, obviously. South. Who died? Oh, it's Redbeard still down. Xenos Power Claw for the Commissar Lord, and Stubbornness on the way. And look at this. Immolate going to town on these generators all at once. And that's a Marco Z Dreadnought, which does huge amounts of damage to generators. Backed up by Plague Marines as well, so he's got a lot of anti-vehicle here. Redbeard losing his Razorback along the way. Can we see the remains of it anywhere? No, Dreadnought probably walked through it and destroyed the remains. Oh, look at this. Green Knight Dreadnought now has a second close combat weapon, which unlocks the Maelstrom ability. 100 heavy melee DPS. Really good melee walker. But since it starts with that multi-melt, you don't see it all that often. And Grey Knights have some serious melee credentials even without this Dreadnought, so they have a lot of ways to smack stuff in the face. Storm Boys capping. 326, 215. Can they get the triple here, blue team? Techmarine mid from Fear has Melter Gun, Signum, an awesome combo because this now grants you increased weapon range, which is the Melter Gun's only weakness pretty much, and Orbs. So he is really kitted out to take down vehicles on large targets, but will hurt pretty much everything with that Melter Gun. Backed out with a marked target, and these snipers are going to do really good as well against infantry anyway. Chimera moving in. Does it have stuff inside? Yes, it does. Wow. Oh, instantly hit though by a plasma cannon shot. Techmarine still in that garrison. He's bashing power. He wants to. 326, 165 needs to get away from that plasma cannon though. Double cap. What's going on top? Interceptors going to town. They do have their Justicars, so they have that disruptive, furious intervention jump. Warboss generally does not want to fight a Dreadnought 1v1 unless he has his heavy armor. And this is now a level 2 Dreadnought. And that's going to be even more dangerous next update with that heavy, that melee resistance aura, I should say. That's a rear armor crack, and it takes out the war truck. Crack grenades now stick, much like melter bombs. 326, 141. Stormtroopers losing 2 models, but they decapped and they get away. It's a long retreat back for them. Interceptors continuing to be annoying. They don't have their Justicar now, so they can't teleport in and own stuff with that disruption. Dreadnought continues to push. This is madness. Look how far away he is from base. There's the Maelstrom. He might lose his Dreadnought here. There's the Emperor's Fist, which he also gets, and Storm Boys are scorched off, so it's going to live for now. Interceptors teleporting in. Plasma cannon, friendly fire. Whoa! What the heck happened to Redbeard? He lost his entire army. There's stuff in base. Is this a venerable Dreadnought dropped by Fear? It is. Awesome. Chaos Dreadnought, what are you doing? What are you doing, Crab? He's got his heretics in base. I think he even destroyed a base turret. Completely missed what happened here. Too busy watching those Grey Knights. 326, 140. What was that? Well, down goes the Chaos Dreadnought. That was bad. Why did he push in? He's even got some shrines up here. He only lost his Dreadnought, he's saying, which I suppose is true. And yeah, I suppose he killed a bunch of stuff. He's not tier 3, so he didn't nuke in base. How did he lose his entire army? I have no idea. 326-140. Redbeard, I think, wants to concede. Yeah, he says they have no power. He just got wiped. But his teammates think otherwise. They both have pretty strong armies here. Brother Captain with level 3 interceptors, level 2 Dreadnought, and Fear with his snipers and his Venerable. 326-140, a unique walker for the Techmarine. Only he can get this thing, and it's awesome. I think it's 118 DPS heavy melee, something like that. Can also charge into combat and has the Emperor's Fist. Red team retaking bottom. Redbeard has been revived. I threw my army away, he says. Not sure what happened. I think he just got chased into base and massacred while he was in base. 326-131. He's recovered with double tactical marines, which is generally a pretty good way to recover. Recovering with setup teams also works pretty well in 3v3s. Just you can try and just hold an area, support your allies with them. Grey Knight Dreadnought does get away. That he went on a massive voyage all the way over there and gets away out of it. Tank Busters in retreat, not sure why they retreated. Afraid of the plasma cannon getting a shot like that. Boom. Hell Fury dropped. That's a global ability of the Brother Captain. 310, 131. 2 to uncap. Las Cannon now getting shots on his Venerable from John Soul. Might get jumped by the interceptors, but he can't get knocked down because of that awesome refractor field they can get. Techmarine out shooting Orks with his melter gun. He's going to wipe them out, and does wipe them out. 297, 131. Commissar Lord taking out those interceptors though. Ouch, that was painful. Freeman has paladins. Chimera continues to offer support and some Terminators on the field for Fear. But can Redbeard get his power back here and defend it without help? I'm not sure if he can. 1 hit point Venerable Dreadnought. Freeman saying someone killed his interceptors. I'm not sure what happened there. Here are his paladins. Terminator variant with heavy melee demon hammers, good damage to all targets, and they grant you a health regeneration aura, which you can see there on those Terminators. And they're getting a wrist-mounted incinerator. This thing hurts a lot. It's going to be toned down in the next update. Warboss is ready to fight them, is he? No, he's backing away. 296-111. Plague Marines bottom. Continuing to kick some ass. We have some Khorne worship. And Redbeard's Terminators in trouble. I'm not sure why these heretics are forcing melee combat, but there you go. Retreat path, Armor the Inferno, or Let Galaxy Burn as the ability is called. Wow. We have Marco Zinc CSM as well, which are bad news for Terminators in general. Level 3 as well. Still chasing in, and there's no base turret here to shoot them and suppress them. He's going to lose his Terminators, definitely. Needs to stop moving his Plague Marines so they can fire their missile launcher. These are Chaos Terminators being called in as well, I believe. Yes. Oh, Terminators reinforcing at base. 291-94. Redbeard getting owned in his own base again. What is going on up here though? 286-94. Still that 2 to uncap for Red. They're holding on to VP somehow. Crab getting a bit too excited, I think. And he's losing all of his heretics, is he? Almost. Yes, I think he did. Yes, he did. Redbeard's heavy Flamer Terminator squad wiping them out. Lightning Core Chaos Terminators chasing stuff down. Redbeard just trying to desperately keep his stuff alive here. 269-94. What is Plague Marines up to there? Attacking the bases now. Yeah, he's going to lose his tactical marines at least, I think. There's a lightning claw terminators on them, and they shred everything that lives pretty much. Terminator's just trying to escape, but Chaos Terminator's teleporting after them. 25594. I'm sure I'm missing lots of good action watching that base fight. Looted tank being chased down by a Techmarine level 5. Still with that awesome setup, but he's in retreat now, I think. Yeah, and that's a really long retreat. Doing well with these dreadnoughts, with these melee dreadnoughts. And after I said this is a bad map for dreadnoughts as well. Level 3 Grey Knight dreadnought over there. Interceptors back at base. Can they help? Can they do anything? Can anyone do anything? These Terminators are still here. Teleporting away again. Crab is determined to take these guys down. 23294. Should he be capping up the mid instead? Should he be helping top instead? I suppose wiping out a single player is a pretty good strategy. Might even be able to destroy the base here, or try to. Tank Marine goes down. No, sorry. Yeah, now it does. Terminators just cannot stand against Lightning Claw Terminators at all. Got to chase them though. Base turret coming into play. 21094. By the captain getting his teleporter pack. Paladin still in play. Lehman Russ up for John Soul, and a Phobos on the way for Crab. Nob squad for Oz, so we're starting to see the big guns come out in tier 3. Nob squad could do a lot of work up here. They could shut down those Terminators, stop them firing those Storm Bolters, and that very dangerous assault cannon. They could go after the Dreadnoughts as well. At the moment though, they're going after the Interceptors. It's all kicking off. Stoicism Dreadnought back there. Lehman Russ finished it off. There's the Emperor's Fist from the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Here comes the Commissar Lord moving in with that Xenos Power Claw. Goes straight after that Dreadnought, doing 85 DPS power for heavy melee, I should say, sorry. Nob squad forced off, and Storm Boys forced off, and this might be a dead Commissar Lord now. Yeah, that's what he gets for consorting with Xenos and Chaos. What are you up to, son? Oh, rocket run. Can he hit the second one though? Not quite. 18294. Well, that's bad for pretty much everyone. Fear only has Terminators and a Plasma Cannon back at base. Interceptors and Paladins. Did he replace his Interceptors? I'm not sure. 18294. 1-1 cap. Lehman Russ doing work now. Gets the Vanquisher up. Gonna chase down this Dreadnought, at least try to. Here's another freaking Dreadnought from Redbeard, dropped a Venerable as well. Awesome to see these guys running around, but how long are they gonna last? He's going after these Lightning Claw Terminators. He's gonna take it down, I think, with that charge. And he does take it down. Awesome play. Fear helping him with that Melter Gun, and Redbeard's Terminators did live incidentally. Here they are. Heroic Terminators, 18292. This game is nuts. We have this back and forth at the top, lots of pressure from Red, but they seem to have overstayed their welcome because now they're quite depleted. Lehman Russ being chased by a Venerable, and down it goes. Being very aggressive here, Red Team. Is it going to pay off? Tank Busters coming into play. Mark target on the Storm Boys. That's from Fear. Where is he? There he is. He's running away. Has no indicator, so couldn't see him. Down he goes. Storm Boys jumping into retreat path, but they still have this Venerable to get away from. He's going straight after those Storm Boys. Bang. Levels to 2. Land Raider Phobos now on the field for Crab. John Soul lost pretty much everything. 18292. Red Team somehow are still in this. We had 2 raids into base. Redbeard lost pretty much everything twice, and they're still in this game. These Venerable Dreadnoughts are going ballistic, doing good work. Techmarine gets a shot there. Nob squad just need to turn around and touch that Venerable, and it's done for. And they know it, which is why they're continuing to just chase these Terminators. They don't want them to get away. Warboss going after that single model. Smack! Look at the damage that single hit did. Good grief, he does teleport out. Terminator is unable to retreat, of course, if you are wondering why they're not doing so. Nob squad going after the Grey Knight Dreadnought. finally goes down that guy. He was mad. Level 2 Venerable was also going to go down, I think, but not before taking out a Nob model. Good special attack on another. He's getting repairs. And we'll have 10 seconds of stoicism. There's Ard Boys on the Nobs. Swinging those huge hammers. He's still going. This is still not a stoicism dreadnought. How is he alive? 15 hit points. He is tanking these Nobs like a boss. That is crazy. Good grief. WTF indeed. Oj could not believe that this dreadnought lived. Did it? Oh, I'm not sure what happened there. He obviously had stormtroopers repairing. He might have had double global repair or something on him. At least had one global repair. That was crazy. I'm amazed at a tank that I thought for sure we were going to see a slow motion stoicism dreadnought going mad. But no, here comes another Venerable from Fear. Both going after this Phobos now, and they're doing a lot of damage. And that's a melter gun Techmarine from Redbeard as well. He's getting Signum, but he goes down before he can use mark target. There is Dirge Castle, which does nothing to vehicles, doesn't even debuff them, as you can see. And this last kind of Predator means it's a dead Phobos. Down it goes. Wow. Mass Venerable Dreadnoughts, a new meta for Team Games Tier 3. Screw Terminators, let's get more Venerable Dreadnoughts. Who needs Predators as well? They do have one though. Las Cannon does not have the extra armor, and Plague Marine's getting wrecked. But they will get away. And these are Blood Sacrifice Bloodletters. Interceptors teleporting in. Good grief. Level 3 heroic Venerable Dreadnought from Redbeard going mad on those Nobs. Blue team are retaking bottom though, leveling up. Here's the Chaos Lord, is level 7. They need a lot of AV. These dreadnoughts are not kidding around. We have a Lehman Russ. Another Nob squad for Oj. Not only did it tank those Nobs and survive, they actually died, that Nob squad. 46-92. Paladin's still in play. But everyone seems depleted in terms of army and resources. But we might have a 2-to-1 for blue, because Orks are capping red team's natural, but red team have blue team's natural. And here come Paladins with wrist-mounted Psy Cannon. And they might finish off this Predator tank. No, it still has right of way for pathing. So if you keep it moving, you have a decent chance of getting away. Don't want to show rear armor though. But here comes a Nob squad, and they don't want to fight a Nob squad with Las Cannon, Marco Zinch Predator support. Interceptors fighting Plague Marines, who are exploding in their face. Down goes the Predator tank, Chaos Predator tank I should say. What? I'm not sure what it was doing moving up there. 11-92 double cap for red team. Are they seriously going to win this? Terminators are capping bottom. They are. There's a triple. Did they even need it? Oh, it wasn't a triple, but they got it in a way. I don't know what's happened in this game. Crab in Redbeard's base twice. Redbeard lost his entire army, I think twice, and red team still win it. They just kept going at the top. They did not give up. Had this power as well. And Crab, he should have been capping up mid and bashing this power instead of obsessing over Redbeard's stuff. It's easy to say though. I mean, if you're in a player's base, you're gonna try and kill everything. And I'm sure he was doing a really good job for his team, killing an entire player, and he did do a good job. But Oj and John Soul just could not stand against the Grey Knights and Fear's Techmarine, and his Venerable Dreadnoughts were awesome. Let's have a quick look at the commanders. Level 4 Warboss with his Power Claw, Heavy Armor and Angry Bits, getting close to 2,000 hit points there. John Soul's Commissar Lord, Xeno's Power Claw, Emperor's Wrath. Chaos Lord level 7 did really well. Combi Flamer, Armored Inferno, Dark Halo. Brother Captain level 4, Nemesis Demon Hammer, Teleporter Pack, Fear's Techmarine level 8. We saw he had Signum Melter Gun and Orbs, and Redbeard's Techmarine level 3 had Melter Gun. I was just about to get Signum when he went down. There you have it guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.